Beginning. The compliment that broke the room. I didn't mean for it to happen. The words slipped out naturally, the way human words sometimes do when silence stretches too long and your brain tries to fill it with something harmless. Your eyes are beautiful. The moment the sentence left my mouth, the room changed. Not metaphorically. Literally. The ambient hum of the research chamber cut off mid-note, like a breath held too long. The soft glow panels embedded in the walls dimmed from white to a muted violet. Even the gravity field shifted slightly, enough that I felt the faintest tug in my knees. And she went completely still. Her name was Elythra Vane, Senior Xenolinguistics Archivist of the Aurelian Concord. The first alien scholar to work directly with humans on equal academic footing. The reason I had been stationed on Outpost K-47 for the past 6 months, cataloging pre-collapse alien data fragments alongside her. She had been mid-motion, one long, elegant finger hovering above a holographic script older than Earth's written history. Now her hand trembled. Slowly, she lowered it.
She didn't look at me.
She didn't blink. She simply stared forward, eyes glowing faintly, too faintly. Elythra? I asked carefully. Did I say something wrong? Silence. Not awkward silence. Ceremonial silence. The kind that feels intentional, heavy, and dangerous. My translator implant didn't flicker. No error. No mistranslation warning. She had understood me perfectly. I swallowed. I'm sorry, I said quickly. On my world, that's just. She raised her hand. I stopped instantly. When she finally turned to face me, her eyes, those eyes, were no longer softly luminous gold. They had shifted, darkening into something closer to amber, ringed with thin, fractal patterns I had never seen before. You must never say that again, she said quietly. The chamber lights dimmed further. My pulse spiked. Okay. I won't. I promise. She studied my face as if seeing it for the first time. Do you know, she asked, what you have done? No, I admitted. Her lips parted, then closed again. For a long moment, she seemed to struggle with something internal, conflict rippling through her posture. Finally, she spoke. You have invoked a truth my people buried 10,000 cycles ago. Middle, the weight of alien meaning. Elythra dismissed the chamber's recording systems with a flick of her wrist. The data crystals went dark. Privacy fields activated without authorization codes, something only high-ranking Concord members could do. That should have terrified me. Instead, I felt oddly calm. Explain it to me, I said. Please. She turned away, walking toward the panoramic viewport that overlooked the dying star around which the outpost orbited. Its light bathed her in gold and shadow, emphasizing the subtle ridges along her temples, markers of her species' emotional state. In Aurelian culture, she began, the eyes are not merely organs of sight. I leaned against a console listening. They are archives. I frowned. Archives. Our memories are not stored solely within our minds, she said. They are reflected, encoded in our eyes. Every choice, every loss, every bond. My chest tightened. When one is told their eyes are beautiful, she continued, it does not mean what it means to humans. I exhaled slowly. What does it mean? She turned back to me. It means you see all of me. And still accept it. The room felt smaller. I didn't know, I said softly. I know, she replied. That is why I am still speaking to you. She moved closer, close enough that I could see my own reflection in her gaze. Tiny, distorted, human. When an Aurelian hears those words, she said, their mind instinctively opens. Defenses lower. Truths surface. I felt a chill. And what surfaced in you? I asked. Her silence returned, different now. Vulnerable. I remembered, she said at last, the last time someone said that to me. My voice dropped. Who was it? My bondmate, she answered. The word landed like a physical blow. Oh, I said. I'm really sorry. He is dead, she said simply. Executed by our own Concord for defying silence laws. I stared at her. For complimenting someone? No, she said. For speaking truth aloud when the Concord demanded restraint. I finally understood. This wasn't about romance. It was about expression. Your people punish honesty? I asked. They punish destabilization, she corrected. Truth is destabilizing. She stepped back, straightening her posture, the scholar returning. You must leave the outpost, she said. My heart dropped.
What?
Why? Because the moment you spoke those words, she said, my biometric monitors triggered a legacy alert. I felt cold. An alert to whom?
To the Concord, she said.
They know now that my silence has been compromised. The chase of ideas. They arrived 3 hours later. Concord observers, tall, faceless envoys wrapped in shifting cloaks of data-woven light. They didn't speak when they entered the chamber. They didn't need to. Elythra stood between them and me. This human is under my protection, she said. Protection is irrelevant, one observer replied, its voice harmonizing with itself. He has altered you. I clenched my fists. I didn't mean to. You meant honesty, the observer said. That is enough. Elythra turned to me. Humans, she said quietly, do not understand how dangerous sincerity is to stagnant civilizations. She placed a small data shard into my hand. If they take me, she continued, this archive will be erased. I stared at the shard. Then come with me. The observers shifted. Elythra's eyes widened. Leave, she whispered. Yes, I said. Human space. We don't silence people for seeing beauty. A long pause followed. Then she made her choice. She took my hand. The alarms began instantly, ending when silence finally breaks. We barely made it. The shuttle tore free from Outpost K-47 under fire, not weapons, but suppression fields meant to shut down thought itself. Elythra collapsed into the co-pilot seat, gasping as her neural patterns fought to remain coherent. I didn't let go of her hand. Look at me, I said. Stay with me. Her eyes met mine. Still beautiful. Still alive. Weeks later, on a human-controlled station far from Concord Reach, she stood before a human audience for the first time.
Scientists, diplomats,
refugees, all listening. My people believed silence preserved order, Elythra said, voice steady. But silence only preserved fear. She turned her gaze to me, just for a second. This human reminded me that being seen is not weakness. Applause filled the chamber, raw, human, loud. Later, when we were alone, she faced me again. You know, she said softly, among my people, your words once meant surrender. And now? I asked. She smiled, truly smiled. Now, she said, they mean freedom. I took a breath. Your eyes are still beautiful. This time, she didn't go silent. She leaned closer. And for the first time in 10,000 cycles, an Aurelian chose to speak without fear. End of story.